Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How's everybody?
Hi, KB.
Hello.
Great to have you, KB.
Thank you for having me. For such short notice, I was able to make it work. So I'm really excited. I haven't been on the 5x5. I think I was on the live one maybe last year sometime. So this is good. Prepping me for what we're going to be doing in a few months here. Hopefully we'll be able to do it live.
That would be great.
I think we should. We actually are getting the AV sound fixed today here at the space, so I'm very optimistic that we'll do it live in person.
Yes. Well, we're socializing internally, and everybody's pretty excited. So we got to put on a good show.
Yes. Good plug, Jorge. The space is open. We're bringing it back. People are coming in, and sometime live events are coming up. Shall we get started?
I think we should. Big night.
All right. Well, you're watching 5x5 Night All Stars. We do this event for people that have already won 5x5 Night in the past to come back and not only give us an update on their progress, but pitch for money. And this month, the money is now $25,000 versus the normal $5,000. How did we get to $25,000? Does anyone want to do the math?
5x5.
Thank you, Jorge.
I didn't know Union High School.
So we've got 5 past winners that are all out there and they're kicking butt with their businesses and they're pitching for $25,000 to go to yet another level. So let's introduce ourselves real quick. We're the judges. I'll start with myself. I'm Paul Moore, co-director at Star Garden. Who wants to go next?
Why don't we go in order?
All right, Katie.
Oh, I'm first. Well, Paul was third on the list, so I didn't know which order we were going to go. But good evening, everyone. KV Lennon with Meyer. Really excited to be here. I'm one of the judges and really excited to see the 5. And I know a few of you who won, and I was present when you won, so I'm really excited for this evening. So good luck to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jorge Gonzalez, also another co-director here at Star Garden, and just very excited for tonight.
Daryl Ross with Star Garden. Excited to see who gets $25,000 tonight.
And I'm Lori Sapinski, co-director at Star Garden. I echo everybody. Yeah, I mean, we know all of the people presenting, so it's going to be really hard. That's all I can say.
Yeah. All right. What's our next slide, Murphy? Murphy's in the background with balloon. Ready to go. Oh, we got our ideas. Well, I do, and this might be coming up later, but I do think we need to acknowledge where does $25,000 come from? Probably the people competing don't care. They're just like, I just want the money. You can get it from wherever you want to find it. But tonight's supporting sponsor is Meyer, which is why KV's here. And so thank you, KV.
Thank you. Thank you for the Meyer family.
For supporting entrepreneurs, especially ones that are really making some progress. And so this is who will present tonight in this order. It's Wormies from Elevated, Curl Case by Wear Your Curls, The Only Bean, Garden Geeks. If you've been a longtime fan of 5x5 Night, you might recognize some of these names. But they're all doing great stuff out there in the world. And the quick format is that they're going to present for 5 minutes. They got 5 slides, 5 minutes. There's 5 people presenting to 5 judges, and then we'll deliberate for probably 20 minutes in the middle of the event after the first hour of the presentations, and then we'll come back and announce who wins the $25,000. So with that, I think we're jumping into it.
All right.
Sounds great.
Let's do it.
All right, Luis, you're up.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good to see you.
Awesome. Yeah, good to see everyone. So here we go. My name is Luis Chen, owner of Wormies. I started Wormies to help our community compost and grow healthy plants with healthy soil, right? Vermicompost is the poop of the worm. It is a powerful soil amendment. It's vital in natural organic gardening, and now the cannabis grower is using it. Our worm food is sourced from our pickup service of food scraps. The worm, through their good action, they break down, encapsulate beneficial nutrients, protective enzymes, hormones for root growth, leaf growth, and root growth. So that's the poop of the worm, right? This year we launched a complete line of living soil blends with the vermicompost as the main ingredient. I mean, the first slide still. Yeah, so with this line of soil blends this year, it has been grown so quickly that it comprised 50% of the revenue so far for the quality of the blends, the ease of use, and the beneficial microbiology in the finished product, right, in the vermicompost. So the demand for vermicompost this year has been so high that we had to put a stop on the sale of bulk orders and sell at retail price. Customers continue to buy bulk at retail price. So we said, okay, it's time to step up. We're going to find a new location. We're going to grow and make more products. So next slide, please. For the past 3.5 years, we have been using a 1/4 acre plot at Trillium Haven Farm. Last week, June 17, we signed a contract to close on a 13-acre property. Very exciting. With this expansion, we have the room to grow and meet the demand. We project a conservative growth of 10 times over the next 3 years. This means from 10 cubic yards that we currently produce, we have the capacity with this property to go to 400 cubic yards a month. This means also more capacity for the inputs that we bring into our operation, meaning the compostable waste from residents, restaurants, farms, breweries, all being diverted from the landfill and pollution being decreased. We have a waiting list of over 100 people because with this move we had to put a stop on the signups. Over 100 people wanted to join, and we told them, okay, hold on until we move. Next slide, please. The cannabis grower in Michigan, it has become one of the fastest growing demographic for our finished product. This is a $150 million industry of soil products in Michigan only for this industry. The caregiver grower is looking for that natural, high quality product that our microbiology in our product provides. So they are looking for a product. Next slide, please. It costs $1.50 to make 1 gallon of vermicompost. We sell 1 gallon at $5. Based on our track record for the past 3.5 years, our customer base we have built, and our market research, we generated these conservative projections for the next 5 years. You can see here, next slide, please. With the $25,000 from tonight, we are gonna build the main structure in our new place. It's gonna be our worm house. It's gonna be the place where we have our breeding rooms for worms. It's gonna have a room for tea making. It's gonna have a soil mixing operation, and most importantly, it's gonna have a room for microbiology testing, where we're gonna test the microbiology from beginning to an end. So very excited. I'm really grateful for being here tonight, and blessed for the community that we have created around our company. Thank you very much.
Wow. Paul's on mute.
Okay. We're having a little feedback. Well, hopefully that's going to go away. Yeah, judges, question.
So for the $25,000, you're going to invest it in the expansion that you just signed on, correct? Are there additional other costs besides just the foundation? Or is this 25 going to the contract of utilizing the facility? I wanted to get a little bit more insight from that.
Yeah, so it's $260,000 for the purchase of the land.
Okay.
and then 200,000 for all the equipment, infrastructure that we're going to be using, needing over the next 3 years of growth. So the 25,000 will go for the main structure, which is going to be the need, the first need.
Okay.
And it's, yeah, and you can see it in the photo right there.
That's
How are you financing the rest of it?
Friends and family, all becoming investors, not just as a gift.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the structure, I was just going to say the structure is what we saw in that picture, kind of, is it open-ended?
Yeah, it's like a greenhouse. It's called a clear span structure. It's a cement in the bottom, sides are cement, and it's like a greenhouse on top. It's cheaper than having a barn or a full greenhouse type of setup.
And as far as revenue goes, like I saw some, like sort of the capacity of all the amount of product that you can produce. Like, what do you project as like revenue 3 years from now? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so if we look at slide number 4, yeah, I mean, from 4 years from now, so we are looking at 2.5 million in revenue.
200 million for Wormies?
2.5 million in revenue.
Oh, 2.5. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, the fourth slide had, like, that was like a 50% profit margin, right?
And then we're talking about an increase going up year 5 to a 50% profit margin based on what we have been doing, our costs to make this product, and how efficiencies are gonna increase moving forward. As the more product we make, the more efficiencies we can have. So
Luis, are the input resources there? So for instance, I know you get a lot of compost from restaurants and so forth. Are you confident that you can get those inputs at a scale to match your growth?
yeah, so honestly, moving forward at this level, we want to source bulk inputs. And this is what we call clean inputs. For example, breweries, coffee shops, juice bars, mushroom growers, people who are generating bigger amounts of inputs in bulk that are free from plastics, pesticides, herbicides, and things like that. And there is a lot of that. There is a depackaging company actually working with Meyer, I think. They depackage all the food waste from Meyer, and if I can go to them and I can say, they give me a menu. What do you want? You want tomatoes? Sure. What do you want? Bananas. So basically, the waste is just infinite,
Yeah.
I have one question, Luis. You said you had about 100 customers on a waiting list?
Yeah, so we put a stop on the signups for the pickup service last month. No, 2 months ago, actually. And, we get about 10 to 20 signups per week.
Wow.
So we said, okay, let's put a stop because we need to focus on this move. So, and the list just keeps increasing, because in the summer we are at farmers markets. And when people see us there, they just want to sign up. And
So the increase of moving to the 13 acres definitely going to help with that?
Yeah, so with that increase in capacity, we are looking at, we currently had 325 members. At that property, we can go all the way up to 3,000 members.
Okay, thank you.
That's just residential,
Has your pricing, has demand been reflected in your pricing, or are you at your original pricing model, and why? So it seems like with that list of weighted and so forth, you have an opportunity to increase pricing, but it seems relatively cheap still.
Yeah, for the pickup service, it's going to remain the same moving forward. For the finished product, which is our main focus, our main operation, that's what we are about, making healthy soil. Yeah, the projections were based on a bulk rate decrease. We were selling a $1,000 per yard. We're moving forward. We're looking at $750 per yard. And this is again thinking about that target customer that's looking for a product, the farmer, the grower that has a medium-sized operation, 12 to 70 plants, who actually orders and needs the product to be delivered or come pick up with a truck. It's not just someone who's gonna be buying a bag. I'm thinking about that medium-sized grower.
Yeah, I think we got to move on to our next presentation here. Thank you, Luis.
Yeah, thank you.
Great
Thank
job.
you.
Oh, great job. Great to see this progress.
I know it's
It's going to be so rewarding tonight. All right, Damien from Freedom Elevated, you are up.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Can everyone hear me?
yes.
Yes.
All right, let's get started. It's 3 a.m. You're sound asleep. You hear a loud noise, a scream, then a pop. Average response time is 10 minutes. You could bleed out and die in under 3. Nobody's coming to save you. What are you going to do? Now, let's say we could put you in that same exact situation, but allow you to develop the mentality and strategies to protect your loved ones and yourself. I have the solution. My name is Damian Allen. I'm the owner of Freedom Elevated Defense Solutions, and I'm a basic pistol and CPL instructor certified by the 2 largest organizations in America. Slide. We all know how things have been the last few years. In 2020, produced 8 million new firearm owners, 40% of that being women, and ownership among the Black community jumped 58% compared to 2019. That trend continues today. Americans are arming themselves for various reasons, and the opportunity to get training has been a challenge due to several factors. Our virtual range experience will bridge the gap between folks brand new to firearms and those with experience get even better. We do this by embracing technology and using sound fundamentals of safe firearm handling. We provide an experience that traditional ranges just can't offer. With the price and availability of ammo becoming more expensive and harder to get, our simulator can place you in a scenario that can enhance your skills to be better prepared without the use of live ammo that firing at paper targets just can't duplicate. Slide. Replica firearms that recoil gives users a realistic and safe introduction to the proper use of firearms. Each year, there's close to 3,000 accidental discharges that result in death or injury. Introducing these methods can help reduce these numbers and save lives. Our target market is men and women 25 to 55 with incomes 30 grand or above. We plan on using social media and have started expanding our digital footprint with a marketing agency. Also, I'm contracted to provide the training for a security company as part of their new employee orientation. Slide. This industry has generated $63.4 billion last year. My fixed and variable cost comes to $3,500 a month with a break-even point of 5 customers a week at $175 each. With additional range time available in the future, adding additional ranges will give me the flexibility to host a class, rent range time, or do a private session. Slide. Now, while you can go to ranges, sportsman clubs, shoot and take a class, I gotta be transparent and say, I know I'm a Black man in West Michigan teaching people how to safely use firearms. My approach and experiences will differ from a lot of the places I mentioned before that have unintentionally or intentionally intimidated and simply failed to connect to folks from Black and brown communities, from learning and exercising our Second Amendment rights. And in order to reach everyone, representation matters. I'm a son, a father, a son, a brother, friend, and I'm your neighbor. I just want to change the narrative of what a responsible firearm owner looks like and make all communities empowered, informed, and safer. For those who want the same, I invite you all to join us for a class or your own personal experience at www.freedomelevated.net. Thank you.
All right. Questions?
How many clients do you have per week right now, Damien?
Currently, I've been operating for the past 6 months. I've already certified over 80 students in my CPL class, and my basic class has been operating around 50. And that's with the pandemic and having to have restrictions on room capacities and things like that. But now that things are opening up, that number will go up.
And you're looking to move facility to expand your reach. Is that what I heard correctly?
I currently have a classroom space that's out in Byron Center, and I'm looking to add a safety range officer and an assistant. But I also want to look for another facility so I can run a class and rent additional range time at the same time, or have multiple lanes going for people to come in and practice or get more familiar with firearms. In addition, with the $25,000, I plan on getting my FFL dealer's license, so then we can have a more organic ecosystem for folks who have never owned a firearm or want to learn more. They can come right to me, and I can help them start the process from beginning to end.
So real quick, because I'm not familiar with virtual ranges, like what's sort of the basic setup of a virtual firing range?
So right now, we currently are using a projector with a large screen, and all of the firearms that we have are one-on-one replicas, and they have an infrared signal in it that recoil, they're weighted, so they will give you pretty much as close to firing a real firearm as possible. It's a great training tool. It's been like the training wheels for people who have never touched a gun. So we use that in the space, and in the future, we look to expand that even more so we can have multiple lanes going at once.
So what's about the price of adding a range?
Another virtual range would run about $8,500, $87, with another projector and multiple firearms and the program and another laptop and things like that, because we want to have a wide variety of different firearms available, because everyone has a different hand size or what they can handle.
Yeah, and so what do you think the capacity is for as far as how many ranges you could have operating at the same time?
The goal is to have at least 3. I would love to have at least 3 in the classroom going, so then we can just rotate folks in and out. And as the technology continues to improve, there's other opportunities for me to deal with companies that actually allow you to replace their barrel in an existing real firearm. So now you can come in and continue to train on those little things that don't require live ammo, like drawn from a holster, or scenarios where you may be faced with a situation where if I shoot too soon, I could go to jail. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of those. It's more than just shooting at a paper target, for sure.
Are the ranges portable, and could that be a business model as far as taking them to locations and
Absolutely.
so forth, or do they have to be just in one location?
No, absolutely. Great question. The ability to be portable is available. So if I have one set up right now, I can move another one. And I've actually, even during the course of the last 6 months, went and did a mobile presentation and training with a bunch of high school students.
Damien, do you have other instructors that are working with you?
Currently I have a volunteer, but I'd like to add them to payroll, so then I can pay him for his time or whatever. He's been helping me with running the range and making sure things are safer, and just cycling people through. But adding him to the payroll, I can do multiple things at once.
And then how are you marketing?
Like I said, I've reached out to a marketing firm called Tap Local, and we've been putting a game plan together to really reach people. The tricky thing with my industry is with social media, just using that alone, I can be flagged or dinged, and things can be pretty challenging, because if even if you see a toy gun, somebody could say, I'm uncomfortable with that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Interesting.
Yeah. I feel like I got what I need. Anybody else?
I'm
No,
good.
I'm good.
Thank you, Damien.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Damien.
The world claps. All right. Who's up next? Oh, it's Felicia with Curl Case. All right. Welcome back, Felicia Rodriguez.
Hi. It's nice to see all of you.
You too.
Oh, do I go? Well, first of all, I wanted to thank you guys for having selected my idea. I went through all of them. There were so many good ones, so it is an honor to be selected as one of the 5 for tonight's All-Stars event. I also want to thank everyone who took the time to vote for my idea, because I started sending that link around like a mad woman, like crazy, to everyone. So thank you so much for that. I am Felicia, said mad woman. I am the creator of the Curl Case, as well as the founder and owner of Wear Your Curls. You can find all of our products online at wearyourcurls.com. We can be contacted via email, and you can also find us on pretty much every social media outlet there is using the handle at Wear Your Curls. Next slide, please. In March of 2019, I introduced a product called the Curl Case to the world. The Curl Case was born out of frustration when I finally embraced my natural hair, but struggled to maintain the style throughout the week, which then discouraged me from wearing it curly. When I created the solution for myself and saw the multiple benefits from it, I knew I couldn't keep it to myself. I knew the Curl Case could help other curly heads to also love, embrace, and wear their natural hair with more ease, and so I needed to get it into their hands. Since winning the 5x5 in 2019, I was able to launch the Warrior Curls online store, allowing the Curl Case to grow. It now comes in a variety of sizes and colors, and as of recently, it is being upgraded to a new adjustable design, which I need to get patented ASAP. The Curl Case is currently available at 6 different salon locations in different parts of the US besides our website, and these salons purchase them at wholesale. So what's the next step for the Curl Case? I need to get them made at a much higher volume and pace in order to meet the growing demand and get them into at least one large retailer before the end of this year. Next slide, please. So why should Star Garden care? Well, because the Curl Case is not just a hair care product in a market where the multicultural consumer spends $1.66 billion on beauty and hair care products alone, but also because of the impact that it is having on the self-esteem of consumers. What excites me the most about the Curl Case is how much current customers are loving it. It is a 5-star rated hair care product that truly removes lengthy morning hair routines from your schedule. So many women, although I have men who wear it too, but mainly women have come up to me to tell me or emailing me that they now wear their hair natural curly because of the Curl Case. You style your hair once and you're able to wear that style for days. This truly makes an impact for those who found it a struggle, like I did, to manage and maintain their natural hair. The photos that you're seeing here on this slide, they weren't taken by me. These are actual Curl Case customers who have sent me these or posted them on social media. And as you can see, they have genuine smiles on their faces. And it's because they found the solution that their hair needed, but they didn't know existed. About 60% of the world's population has naturally curly hair. The Curl Case became an international selling product within the first month of it launching online. Next slide, please. So why am I the right person to make this a reality? Well, because at the end of the day, I am the consumer. I understand the wants, needs, desires, frustrations, and disappointments of the curly hair community. Everything that I do with the Curl Case and with Warrior Curls comes from wanting to serve the natural hair community in a way that I wasn't served while growing up. With my presence on social media and constant and direct and honest communication with my followers and customers, I stay informed and I'm always innovating and finding ways to improve and better serve the community, which is how I ended up redesigning the Curl Case recently. I've been at this 100% since the day the idea popped up in my head. Like most small business owners, I've had to wear every hat from social media manager to customer service team, photographer, accountant, delivery driver when I had to pivot during COVID, the model, which I don't like being in front of a camera, advertising marketing team, legal team, and every other hat that I've had to wear in order to take the Curl Case to the next level. Next slide, please. So the last question remains, what do I need $25,000 for? Well, my business has outgrown my home. Due to limited space and staff, now I'm being slowed down. This month alone, I received emails from 8 different vendors and our salons in and out of the US who want to purchase the Curl Case and other products at wholesale, and I haven't been able to follow up with them. I'm hoping that I will be able to give them a response after tonight. I don't know, we shall see. But very quickly, this is what $25,000 can do. It's going to cost me $6,000 to $7,000 to get the new design patented. The new space that I have found is going to be $600 a month. I've allocated the first 6 months as $3,600 to be able to pay for that space, which will allow me to also add an additional employee versus having to give people a key to my house to come and process orders. There's a new machine that I need that will be able to make 2 Curl Cases at the same time at double the speed. So that's 4 times the current rate of now. And that machine costs $4,240. $2,000 needs to go into advertising, of which $500 is being allocated or will be to a photo shoot that I have scheduled for the end of July with new models where they're going to update all of the stock images of the website. And then I also need new packaging for the Curl Cases that will be at retail locations. And with this new packaging comes UPC codes that I have to purchase. I only have one, but there's a variety of styles. And the UPC codes for all the 25 styles is going to be $875. It's going to be about $3,000 for the new updated packaging. And then the last thing is that I need to revamp the website to allow wholesale purchasing and have it integrated.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently everybody learned how to pitch.
Wow.
or they're spending a lot of time at home, so they got to practice something, Paul, to pitch for this $25,000. So Felicia, I wish the Meijer logo was there instead of Target. I'm picking on you, but I would love to hear. I'm glad you really, you did your homework. UPC code is very important when you're trying to go into retail. Packaging is very important. Expanding your reach and making sure that you answered my question, where are you manufacturing this? You're doing it at home right now. You're trying to expand it, investing in a machine. What is your growth projection?
So, well, looking at numbers, let's say as far as income, as far as revenue and sales, I think the first year when I launched, I only made about $8,000, and that's because I only got to sell the curl cases for 1 month, and then I lost my manufacturer. I kept wanting to keep it local. I didn't want to send it overseas, and it wasn't until I pitched for the 100 ideas that same week I found a manufacturer, and then in September of 2019 I started selling again. So I made about $8,000 to $9,000 last year, even with COVID. I then ended up making, I think it was $25,000. As of June, I'm already at $22,000. So that tells me that it's doubling from last year. And I just see it growing and doubling, hopefully tripling once I'm able to then sell at wholesale to all the people and all the different vendors who are interested in it.
Yeah.
Felicia, is your manufacturer local?
Yes, he is. And that was one thing that I had to change so it's funny that you said the Meijer logo. I initially did have Meijers, and I didn't think people would understand the concept with the picture, but I actually kept it local because I was trying to get into Meijer this year. They had a Lift Local event, and that's when I pivoted and figured out how I could still afford to keep it local, still add the additional job that I wanted to have, and hopefully get into Meijer this year. We shall see.
Get into Meijer yet, KV?
I heard someone say that. How do you get into Meijer? Well, this is why I'm here in my new role there, to make sure that we uplift local and definitely reach diverse businesses. So good luck to you today.
I'm curious with this new machine. You said you can do 2 at the same time. What is that sort of like? Today you're able to generate how many in a day, and then what does that take you to?
So, for example, the machine, now the curl case gets manufactured by manufacturer, the physical curl case itself. When I get it, I then have to do the logo, and I then have to packaging, which the packaging looks like this, which is perfect for mailing. But for a store, you're going to need something like that. So in an hour, we can make about 40 as far as putting the logo on it. But it's starting to mess with our wrist because we're doing it by hand. This new machine does 2 because it goes at the same time. It's faster because it's an industrial grade, and it's you press it with your foot, so I don't have to worry about workers' comp or anything like that. But risk being hurt with this manual one that I currently have.
Yeah, eventually you automate it too.
Yeah, the manual one I can still use to take care of anything as far as online orders, but as far as being able to fulfill these larger orders, it'll be that industrial one that costs over $4,000.
Yeah, and also a quick other question that I had, which by the way is the white guy that doesn't need any product. You always defer to patents because that feels safe for us to talk about. But it sounds you're able to patent a new design. I heard.
Yes, and I found out. So the law firm that I'm working with, I have their name written down somewhere, and I was so disappointed because initially the first attorney that I spoke with said I couldn't patent the curl case with my first design that I had. I found out with this law firm that I'm working with now, which I got connected through Michigan Women Forward, I found out that I actually could have, but it's already too late for that one because it's been out for a year, which is fine because I've been working since probably the end of last year as far as getting an adjustable design, and it's pretty much finalized, but I have to get patented, especially with trying to get it into other markets and international. I feel like it would protect the product itself by getting patented first. And with everything that would go into it, the first thing is going to cost like $700 when they do the search. But as far as the whole thing, she said it would be anywhere from $6,000 to $7,000.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the number of followers you have right now through your social media?
On Instagram, I have over 5,000. On YouTube, I honestly have no clue because at this point I use Hootsuite to just put everything again because I'm a social media person right now. So I use Hootsuite to do Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at the same time. I'm on TikTok now because apparently TikTok is the way to go for small businesses, and I see the growth. So I'm trying to pivot more into TikTok and putting more content out there. And I I do not know the followers on TikTok, but I know Instagram for sure. I think I'm at about 5,400, 5,500.
That's great. Hey, Felicia, what are you doing? Like, how are you doing distribution? So when somebody places an order, or when you have to fulfill an order for a salon, how are you doing that?
So it's easy. I use Shopify. That's the platform. The order comes in, you print it out. If everything's pre-made, which is usually my goal, I like to have all the pearl cases already packaged, ready to go. So when the order comes in, you put it in the mailer, slap the label, and it goes out. Now, if it's a salon, they're probably going to go in a box because they order tons of pearl cases, and that goes on in the box. Same thing, USPS, UPS. Sometimes there's a salon here, which is a Rai salon. She's local, so anytime she places an order, it's nice. I can either take it to her, she picks it up. But for the most part, it's all being shipped out, and it's just through whoever the shipping carrier is that they select.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Thank you, Felicia.
Thank you so much.
Woo! Way to go. This is getting hard. All right. Oh,
I know.
it's getting harder. All right. Only Bean with Brian and maybe Christine. Who knows? It's Brian tonight. What's up?
Christine is not here, but thank you everybody for giving me the opportunity to pitch to you guys. My name is Brian. I'm the co-founder of The Only Bean. We are a plant-based food company that uses beans as our core ingredients to create innovative food products that are healthy, delicious, and sustainable. We actually started our company in 2018 with our first product line, which is pasta made 100% from beans. And it has more protein and fiber than any pasta on the market. And it can currently be found in over 1,000 stores nationwide. So today I'm very excited to present to you guys our big idea. Next slide, please. Our big idea is to develop a full line of snacks made from crunchy roasted edamame beans. All of our snacks would be made with non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, and kosher ingredients, and they'll have high protein, high fiber, low carbs, and suitable for a lot of different lifestyles and diets like keto, gluten-free, and plant-based. Earlier this year, we wanted to launch 2 flavors of our crunchy roasted edamame beans, which was sea salt and sriracha, but we were only able to launch one. And with one snack product, we weren't able to get into any stores because the feedback from a lot of buyers was that it would be very lonely on the shelf. But we were able to test this product on Amazon. So we launched earlier this year in January. And in just a short few months, we received over 1,000 positive reviews on Amazon. We were also selected as Amazon's #1 new snack release. We were a bestseller and Amazon's choice across multiple categories. So we know that there's definitely a lot of demand for a product like this, and we're very eager to grow this product line and add additional flavors to our snacks. Next slide, please. Right now, we believe it's the perfect time for us to scale and develop a line of healthy snack products. The snacking category continues to grow year over year, with the average consumer actually snacking 2.7 times a day. And this has increased significantly during the pandemic as well, with some people snacking up to 5 times a day. And 56% of people that are snacking are looking for snacks with additional health benefits. So our product line will satisfy this growing demand perfectly. Over the past 6 months, we actually just on Amazon sold over 90,000 bags of our sea salt flavor. And the e-commerce channel continues to grow year over year, but it only makes up 9% of snack sales. And that means we have a lot of opportunity to continue to grow. With the additional 2 flavors, we'll have a full product line, which means that we can launch into a lot of different channels. Some of those channels are grocery stores, club warehouses, convenience stores, drug stores, specialty, and even getting into offices, universities, hospitals, gyms, and airlines as well. On the screen are some of the retailers that we're currently talking to, and they're very interested in our product, but we cannot sell to them yet because we don't have enough inventory, and we also don't have a full product line to offer. Next slide, please. So just a little bit about myself. I am a first-generation Asian American, born and raised in Grand Rapids, Michigan. My family actually fled Vietnam in 1979 to come to the US to create a better life. I watched and witnessed them work really hard to build a life here. They actually opened the first Chinese and Vietnamese restaurant in Grand Rapids, Michigan in 1987. And I actually helped out growing up. I helped them out a lot and witnessed how hard work and dedication can make anything possible. So that's what really inspired me to be an entrepreneur. When I was 14, I started my first business as a DJ. And I was actually able to scale this business to support myself throughout college. And then after college in 2015, I started my first e-commerce business selling products on Amazon. And then in 2018, I was able to combine my experience and my passion for food and entrepreneurship and started The Only Bean with my wife, Christine, and also our third partner who's a food scientist. Next slide, please. So how will $25,000 help? With $25,000, we'll be able to launch 2 additional flavors of our crunchy roasted edamame beans, which will turn our one test product into a full snack product line. $2,000 would be used for printing plates for these 2 flavors, and then $4,000 will be used to print the packaging for these 2 flavors, and then the remaining will be used to produce our first batch of sriracha and buffalo crunchy roasted edamame beans. So having this full product line will allow us to enter several new channels and also get our healthy snack product in the hands of many more people. Thank you.
Well,
Paul, you're on mute.
oh, sorry, I thought I tapped it. Yeah, congratulations. That's
Thank you.
pretty exciting. You sold 90,000 bags of a sea salt edamame.
Yep.
Amazon.
This bag right over here.
So COVID has been really
Just a lot of these.
And I, by the way, my favorite thing I think so far of the night is that during COVID, people are now snacking 5 times a day.
Sounds about right, right? At least for me.
Yeah. Sorry. Judges, questions, thoughts, reflections.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about the Amazon new snack release, the #1 new snack release. How does that happen? Obviously people liked it, they bought it, you got great reviews.
Mm-hmm. So with our experience in kind of e-commerce marketing, we can figure out, what keywords fit our product the best and which keywords are searched the most. So with the strategy that we used to launch this product, we were easily, able to rank for the right words and get our product in front of the right people. And I think a combination of that strategy got us all the way to the top. And we were actually the Amazon in every category, they have the #1 new release products. So we were up there for about a month. And right under us, you could see like Oreos by Lady Gaga and a bunch of other flavors or a bunch of other products. So we were actually very proud that we could have, a very healthy product up there, so that people can try healthier products.
Yeah. So the question is, it seems like, you guys are sort of taking off in the food sales. Why do you need $25,000? How are you not just financing it on your own?
So for us, growing distribution is like the most expensive thing for us. And launching a new product, I guess with our current funds, it takes us forever to launch a new product because as you grow one product line or one product, just this here, we have to constantly reinvest everything that we make into ordering more of this so that we can, keep up with demand. So for us, we were planning on launching those other 2 flavors probably early next year, but that $25K would just be added extra that we can spend on launching those 2 flavors immediately. So it kind of jumpstart that. Whereas right now it's just reinvesting back into more product as those products grow.
Right.
And Chris, you guys are, Brian, I'm sorry, you guys are still, you still got your pasta products too.
Yes. Yep. So as that grows too, we also have to make sure that we continue to have inventory for people who are purchasing that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations, Brian, for really scaling your business where, I watched you over the years and really expanding your business. Besides this product, if this goes off well, are you thinking long-term another product to the menu? You made a mention of retailers like a Meijer. We want to see variety, right? We want to be able to showcase your brand on our shelf and have a following. And it seems like in the past few years since you launched your beans noodles, it has a following. Do you think you'll have captured the same audience with this snack with the other variety? I mean, 90,000, that's awesome, but you think about all the other snacks that are out there. They're high too.
So yep. So we're hoping once we so to start off the snacking category, what we realize is a lot faster moving than pasta. And you have a lot more channels where you can sell to. For example, we're speaking with an airline right now that wants a small size of our snack for their healthy snack boxes, which we couldn't do that with pasta. So there's a lot more opportunity with snacks. So for our next product innovation, we would probably go further down the line with snack products. And what we're thinking about doing next is kind of like a edamame puff. So it'd be more of a chip or a puff. And that would be very high protein, low carb. And we always stick to vegan products that are gluten-free and non-GMO as well, because we really believe in, the sustainability of where you're sourcing from. So those are kind of what we're looking at further down the line.
And just real quick, I think just for the audience, for those that are watching, there was kind of a little point that was made, but I think Katie was jumping on it, which is just, to throw a bag of a snack onto a shelf at Meijer is sort of like throwing a drop of water into one of the lakes. So that's where you're in the dilemma. It sounds like is you need to be able to line something up and take up shelf space. Is that's sort of the problem that you presented at the beginning, right?
Yeah. We kind of hit a wall with a lot of grocery stores. We talked to them about our one flavor that we're selling on Amazon and how well it's doing, and their instant response is, what other flavors do you have? And if you don't have, or contact us when you have those, because we want this in the store, but we can't just put one product on the shelf by itself.
Yeah, you'll be lost. You'll be lost in the mix.
Yeah. No.
All right. Well, I'm good. Anybody else?
Great job, Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo!
It's getting tough. Wow.
Garden Geeks is up with Chris Marsman.
All right.
Welcome back, Chris.
Hey, thanks for having me tonight. I really appreciate it to be here and discuss my passion, which is urban farming, indoor urban farming. So as everybody's mostly heard, the world's population is growing faster than our food source. So it's really important to have indoor urban farming. And back in 2019, Catalina Granados and I started Garden Geeks in our basement, 225 square feet, growing microgreens, which are in between a sprout and a baby green. We harvest about 10 to 14 days, and they are between 8 and 40% more nutrient dense than fully grown greens. Next slide, please. We started off in grocery stores, Horrocks and Bridge Street Market, part of Meijer and Kingmas. And we had a lot of people asking us to expand. So we took the plunge. We found a place on the northeast side of town, 3,800 square feet. It allowed us to divide up our operation so that we had a germination room with a separate climate, a walk-in cooler, packaging room, and then an area where we did our soiling and everything else. And we have a very large grow room now. We're producing about 900 units a week, clamshells, 2 to 3 ounce clamshells every 10 days or so. And that only takes up about 300 square feet, and we only go 6 feet high. And we're a vertical farm, and we have the ability to go 12 to 16 feet high. Next slide, please. So the challenges we're facing right now are temperature, humidity, and air exchange. We've been in our new place since March. Weather was great. It's gotten humid. It's gotten hot. And we're battling controlling these things for our indoor climate. And what it does is it causes us to have a lower yield, a lower quality even. And it it really all around affects our ability to open the door for air exchange, because plants eat CO2 and produce oxygen. And when the air is more humid and warm outside, you can't open the door and just let in that air. And then we also take on the chance of mold occurring. So if we control those three things for our indoor climate, then we just, our other challenge is adding racking and lighting to meet our current demand. Next slide. So our growth opportunities are with Horrocks. Back in March, we took on 2 more Horrocks stores, which is great because they pick up a refrigerated semi-truck twice a week from us. And as you seen on the first slide, Van Horrocks said in 43 years, he's never seen any greens with such a long shelf life when I sent him samples. So that's great. For somebody that's such a prominent buyer, he even buys out of the country and across the country. And he wants to redirect 2 product lines. One is mung bean, worth $100K. He currently gets from California. And it takes 6 days to get here. We can do it within 24 hours if we have the space. And then there's another one called fenugreek, because they have a big Indian and Pakistani culture out in Battle Creek. So they use this in cooking the curries and stuff. And we just had a successful test run of it last week. So we could start providing that as well, which would be also worth $100K for us that Van has committed to giving us. Meijer stores, I met with them during the localization summit, 251 stores. If we can start to provide and be on time with that, we can phase into those stores. I have other grocery stores here in Grand Rapids I can't even provide to right now that want the product. And then we're not even completely fulfilling our orders with our current stores. We're falling short of about 400 units every 10 days right now. Next slide. And here's what I would do with the 25K and 10,000 B to HVAC to take care of the cooling, dehumidification, ventilation, heating, so that we can lock that down, increase our yield and our quality. 3,000 will go towards water treatment. It's really important. It's just like what you put in your body, we put in the plants. Monitoring that is important. And then a CO2 system so that we can take care of what the plants are eating if we can't bring the air in. Grow lights packaging, or grow lights racking and grow trays allows us that expansion to meet the needs that we have available right now. Consulting fee. This guy I've been following for 18 months. He runs the same system that I want to run. And instead, when I move to a new system, instead of going through the trials and errors with flood trays, he can give me the exact, what we call a crop recipe, so that I can move forward quicker. And this implementation would allow me to increase my unit output 3.5 times every 10 days. And it would roughly increase my monthly revenue by $20,000. Thank you very much for allowing me.
Yeah.
Great job.
That's awesome.
Hey, so you were just saying you're falling short a little bit by like 400 units every 10 days. And is that really related to the climate control issue?
Yeah, that's definitely it. So when I took on the other 2 Horrocks stores back in March, we were good. We were producing everything. And then as that weather changed, I mean, even if you're indoors, it changes everything. Outside changes it inside. So we fell backwards and weren't able to produce as much. And then each time you add racking and add more shelves, plants produce their own energy. They produce their own heat. They produce their own humidity. So if I add 10 more trays, I grow on these 10 by 20 flats. If I add 10 more, then you can see it go up 2% on each side. Or 2 degrees or 2% humidity. If I add 10 more on that, I add 10 more on that. It goes up, it goes up, it goes up. And as our weather outside stays high, then I can't bring it back down. And it's not just doing one thing. We did get a industrial dehumidifier just to try to take the humidity out. And that did bring us down quite a bit. But when you control an indoor grow climate, it's a bunch of things. It's cooling, it's ventilation, it's dehumidification. It has to be an entire system. It's not just one thing you can put in to control all of that. So
you have the space capacity you need to fulfill larger orders and to to really grow. It's just being able to control the environment within.
Yeah. Right now, I'm able to grow about 216 trays and turn them over every 7 to 10 days. With that system that I proposed with the 25K, I could turn over just over 700 trays in that time period, and keep the if I lock in that 2,100 square feet, if I lock in that climate, I could keep also the other wire and rack system that I have growing, and I have a Crop King. It's called the Crop King channel system. They're 12 feet long channels, 10 inches wide. And that would actually provide another income equal to what I'm growing right now. But I can't put it on mine because it's kind of hydroponic, so it uses a lot of water. So it just puts more water in the air. So those numbers aren't even figured into the increase in monthly revenue. The increase in monthly revenue is only based on adding the pallet racking, the flood trays, and stuff that I listed on that slide. It's not even keeping the current one active. It's just putting the new one in.
How many employees do you have today, Chris?
It's just 2 of us. It's myself and Catalina. We put in a lot of things that we can basically kind of automate, and that's part of what is in that slide. Automating the water, automating it, that will automate things for us and make it kind of flow pretty quickly.
What's your current monthly revenue?
It's about 5,800.
Okay.
And that's with the decrease from where we were.
And that's just with the 2 retail at Bridge Street, and I think I read on Horrocks was the other client of yours.
I'm in three Horrocks stores. They just so they kind of separated a little bit. So Grand Rapids is separated from the 2 out in Lansing and Battle Creek. So I have them. I have King Muzz and Bridge Street, Capital City Market down in Lansing, and then that's what we have up here.
And your projection is to cover the existing order and plus growth, if I heard correctly? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Because when we put those climate controls in place too, like I was saying, it will increase our yield per tray as well. I think we're somewhere, what my figures were $8.50 to $9 revenue per tray. And I believe with the increase, we would go upwards of $12 per tray at that point in time as well. And it allows us to utilize with the pallet racking when you put in those flood trays, which right now we hand water our trays. So it's a 2-tray system. You lift one up, you hand water. That is where you put our 10 by 20 trays in it, and it floods it out, and it does a cascading effect down, automatically floods them for us. We would save probably a good 20 hours a week, if not better, using that system. And it would, drastically increase our yield, our quality. We already have great shelf life. And I'm worried if I don't input this soon enough with the way the weather has been. Van Horrocks first got my samples. It was during that great time. The weather was down. I was growing real solid. We haven't had any issues. And usually when people grow microgreens, they only guarantee them like 7 to 10 days. Ours literally are lasting 3 to 4 weeks. And that's why he was blown away by that. And that's one reason why when he redirects that mung bean line and stuff, he's actually willing to pay a 30 to 40% premium is what he said on the cost of that mung bean because of our shelf life.
All right. I think we gotta go deliberate. Thank you, Chris.
Great job. Great job.
There we go. Again. So this is great. Let me jump up on a soapbox for a moment real quick. So everybody watching, if you're working on something, you've got a project, you have an idea. We're in the 100 season right now, which means you go to 100.starkgarden.com, you record 90 seconds of your idea into the phone. We pick 100 of those. They get $1,000, and then in the fall you pitch, compete to be among 10 that get 20,000. So it's pretty much for anybody that has an idea, a business idea, use it. Tonight, what you saw is what people who have been doing this for a while do when they pitch. They're all doing way better pitches now than they were when we first met them. They've got their stuff together, and this is going to be very, very painful to reach.
Oh, yeah.
Meyer, do you have more money? That's what I want to know. Can we just crack open the checkbook?
Oh, I wish I could say yes, but then I will be speaking out of what I could commit to, right? But I'm really excited that we're able to help this evening, though. I know there's some key things in the works of, like, I heard from several folks tonight about the Lyft Local. We're definitely doing that with all of our marketplace stores. Keep at it. Go to rangeme.com, Meyer Diversity. That's where we're collecting all merchandise products at. Keep trying. If you don't make it this round, we're always looking. Our team is in charge of finding local, diverse-owned businesses to bring to market. So
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with the group this evening. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, and also this is to everybody watching. Reach out to the entrepreneurs right now on Facebook or Twitter. Comment in the live stream if you're watching on Facebook Live. Reach out if you know somebody or you have a thought or you want to invest. Or contact us. I'm Paul at startgarden.com and Lori at Start Garden and Daryl at Start Garden. But one thing that we really can't get as much of doing these virtual events is that in-person, being able to really meet people and network at the event. So reach out if you can. I think we have AB coming up with some video and some entertaining things while we go and make a very difficult decision. So
All right.
good luck to us.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Yo, this is crazy. I can't imagine being a judge right now. So kudos to the judges, and even more props, even more shout outs, even more thank yous to everyone that pitched. All 5 of those were magnificent. I'm over here just like motivated and inspired and just in awe of all the components of each of these businesses that everyone is on top of. I'm glad that I'm just hanging out at home and I just get to watch this and have some fun, and I don't have to make a decision because it's really hard. Also, want to give a big shout out to Meyer. Thank you so much. It was awesome to see that Meyer was behind this and was going to help make this happen. $25,000 is quite a big chunk of change that can really, really, really impact the business and help it push forward. So that's really exciting to see. Another thing that you heard about was the 100. And this is a great opportunity for entrepreneurs in Grand Rapids and West Michigan to really capitalize on their idea and push their idea forward. As Paul said, the pitch can be done on your phone. You know what I'm saying? It's only 100 seconds or less, and you have a chance to win $1,000 for 100 people, and then develop your idea even further. And then at demo day, 10 people are going to win $20,000. It's an amazing program. As always with Start Garden, this money comes to these entrepreneurs with no strings attached. So it's just a really great way to encourage a wide variety of businesses and a wide variety of entrepreneurs to push forward and make their dreams really come true. You know what I mean? That sounds a little corny when I say it out loud, but that's really how it is. Helping entrepreneurs turn these dreams and these visions into reality. So yeah, the 100, go to 100.startgarden.com, get that submission in. So having said that, I think we got one of our first video clips, which is actually all about the 100. Check it out.
The 100 is officially back. Michigan's most popular and biggest business competition. Cash prizes $300,000. How does this work here? First, you need to submit your business idea in 100 seconds or less. Submissions are being accepted now through July 26th. 100 winners are chosen, and each of them win $1,000 checks. Those 100 people will go on to compete at Demo Day. Get this bag.
Yeah, I know that dude. He's all right. He's kind of cool. But really, we are taking submissions through July 26th. Please don't wait and honestly, put a submission in. And if you have multiple ideas, there is really no limit to how many submissions a person can make. So please do that. It's super easy. As we said, you can do it right on your phone. It is 100 seconds or less. You don't have to have all the details that you saw tonight. Those don't need to be worked out yet. If you have the basic idea and the plan in your mind, let's get that on the phone in 100 seconds or less. Submit that to Start Garden, and let's get you on the way. We've actually produced a video featuring Belen, who is also behind the scenes. And so I'm gonna take this moment to give a shout out to everybody behind the scenes. We've got a team, including Belen, including Murphy, and they make this all happen. So you see this production now, but there's a lot that goes into this. This is like Murphy and Belen are basically television producers in my mind, and working all the things out. So we've got a video that kind of breaks down the submission process for you through your phone. So why don't we have you guys check that out now? Yo, awesome video. I really love that leopard print scarf, actually. I'm gonna try to see if I can work one of those into my wardrobe this fall. But seriously though, it's super easy. As easy and as long as that video took, you could get your idea into your phone and submit it onto our website just like that. I mean, I was driving, I had an idea, I hopped out the car, did a selfie video, recorded it, and boom, uploaded it. It was super easy, super fast, and it only takes 100 seconds or less. It's an amazing opportunity. So check it out. I want to go to this this next video where I've been able to get out into the world and talk to everyone about the 100, spread the word about Start Garden's amazing program.
What do you know about the 100?
The TV show?
No, not the TV show. What do you know about the 100?
I have no idea what the 100 is.
What do you know about the 100?
I don't know anything about it.
Do you know about the Start Garden 100 though?
Start Garden 100, you already know I
know. What do you know about the 100?
Wait, isn't that what it is?
It's part of, Demo Day is part of the 100.
Yeah, that's 100 ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get selected, you get to go to Demo Day.
Yes.
And if you win Demo Day,
yes,
you get my name.
That's close. Man, what do you know about the 100?
Oh, I know it's the. I'm trying to remember the actual language you guys use.
I caught you right in the morning before you even had the first sip of Madcap.
It's like the world's largest.
The 100.
No, I don't know.
What do I know about the 100?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know about the 100? I'll edit it, don't worry.
Okay. I know that it's a great business opportunity for 100 different awesome ventures.
Garden's 100 event.
About what?
The 100 again?
You had a really good spiel. I know. It's a video, 100 seconds or less.
Like, what do you know about the 100?
So one of my friends participated last year.
100.
So one of my friends participated last year. You come out and
Okay.
you talk about your the business plan or whatever, and like you.
What do you know about the 100?
Are there 100 companies?
Yo, so you know about the 100? Are you gonna join it or what you doing?
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to getting into the 100 since the first time they dropped it. So thank you, Star Garden, for bringing such a great opportunity to young entrepreneurs and business owners. Go sign up to 100 right now.
You know about the 100 now?
I need more help.
You know what the 100 is?
Oh, crap.
What do you know about the 100?
Start Garden's 100 Ideas.
Yeah.
It's the hottest event in town.
You know about the 100?
What do I know about it? I know that I pitched there one time. I know that there's fantastic entrepreneurs that come there and showcase all the stuff that they're doing, and that some of them leave with like life-changing $20,000 money.
Ooh.
And I know that it makes a huge impact.
Yo, the reactions are like one of my favorite things. I love to see all the different people and really talk to them about this amazing program. But I love to see the reactions. I love it when people run away from the camera, like literally run away from the camera. That's crazy. I love it when people know everything about the 100, and I love it when people don't know anything about the 100. So it's just been a really fun time, and I'm really happy and feel really blessed to just be able to like spread this goodwill, this great, amazing program, educate people about it out here. One of the things to remember about the 100 is that those 100 people that are selected move on to Demo Day. And you may have heard some of us at Star Garden talking about Demo Day. Demo Day is an amazing party. It's an amazing event. It's when 100 entrepreneurs get together and present their products and present their businesses to the world, really. And 10 of them are selected to win $20,000. It's an amazing night. The energy is high. It's on like level 3,000. We do it like rock stars. It's kind of like the rock concert, the biggest rock concert of the entrepreneurial community here in Grand Rapids. It happens at 20 Monroe Live. And you know, you get all the things. You get the bass from the music hitting you in the chest. You know, we've got drinks on deck, of course. We've got amazing music. And we've got an amazing team here at Star Garden that is out here networking and encouraging and finding all the opportunities to help these entrepreneurs as possible. You've got people from the local business community that come out to check it out. You've got the friends and families of the entrepreneurs. You've got people that just want to have a good time that come through. You've got investors that come through as well. So it's an amazing time. Keep that in mind as you're thinking about the 100, that it all culminates in an amazing event called Demo Day that happens this fall. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I thank you guys for checking this out, for listening to us, let you know about all the things. And I know that I'm going to see you guys out on the street when I'm talking about the 100 over the next month. We've got a pop-up coming up this week that I'd like you to know about really quick. On Friday, we'll be at Link Up. And then the following week, we're going to be hitting up Lindo, Mexico. And then after that, we're going to be hanging out at the Pyramid Scheme. So we've got a few events coming up now that things are back. We have never left, and we're excited to be out here and connect with you guys in person too. So hope to see you soon. Follow us on all the social media stuff. Obviously, you're on Facebook with us, but connect with us on Instagram, because the stories and the behind the scenes things that are happening at the office are sometimes a little ridiculous and funny. Break up your day that way. And another shout out to Murphy and Belen. And Murphy, thank you for making everything happen virtually. Peace.
All right, we're back.
Yes. Full disclosure, I was having some serious technical difficulties with my laptop, so I lost you guys, and here I am, and I'm using my phone. So Lori, do you mind taking it away since I'm a little disoriented?
No, I'll take it away. So, as we kind of suspected, this was really, really difficult. And I think what made it most difficult is that we honestly have known all of these businesses pretty much since their inception. And we've watched their growth, we've watched their hustle, we've watched them pivot, and it's amazing to see that. And clearly, if we could have selected, 5 winners, I mean, nobody's a loser here, but it just makes it more difficult to have to only select one. So I'm just going to say that on behalf of all of us. So I don't know if anybody else wants to add that or anything to that, but
I did press KV to get on the phone and see if she could come up with another $100,000. Just solve the problem that way for us.
I wish it was that easy. No. But I'm happy to be here, and hopefully we could host more like this in the future. Great ideas this evening. This was tough. You're all winners, and if there's any way that I could support you, winner or not, happy to connect with you and provide resource, maybe some knowledge in the retail space. I'm sure there's a lot of folks who are listening today that probably have similar ideas or already having activities and products in place that you are curious, what is that roadmap to retail? Be on the lookout where Meyer is really stepping up our game to reaching out to our communities to really help what that looks like. So in partnership, with Start Garden, we're planning some really cool things this coming fall. I'll just leave it as that. So keep tracking Start Garden to get the latest news. Is that a good little?
Yeah, that is a great plug in the case.
Sorry for that one.
More to come. Exciting things in the future.
Exactly.
So, and on a personal note, it's nights like this that this is why I get up in the morning. Like when I get to see you guys and just look at all the progress that's been made. It's awesome. It's so great.
Yeah. And there was a lot of other ideas that obviously didn't even get to present tonight too. So it's amazing. So with that said, I think what we're going to do now, which is what we do every time, is we want to run through and kind of give some feedback and some comments to each one of the presenters. So we're going to do that in the order that they presented. So I was like, I wrote down the order.
I got it.
Okay.
Hey, Luis.
Hi. Hello.
Hey.
So and we're all going to give feedback. We're giving joint feedback. So I mean, all I'll say is that I mean, obviously you have had tremendous growth, and it's exciting that you're moving into a larger facility. You found a new industry that you're able to support. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, really excited to see what you've done. I mean, your idea was so good from the beginning, and as you scaled it, and Lori said, taking it into cannabis and acquired new clients, and the fact you sell out every year or every batch or whatever they come in the worms. It's exciting to watch you grow.
Yeah, and for everybody watching, I mean, we first met Luis, and it was like, here's a bag of dirt. It's like, that's really compelling. That's a joke, but yeah,
I remember Kavi being there.
And then the cannabis industry obviously has just taken off and loves the product. I mean, I think if there was anything that we were wrestling with, it was just it seems like you have a big purchase coming up, and you've got some investors lined up, so that was something that we were factoring in, I think, to the decision.
And I think the other thing too, Luis, is we just talked a little bit about your pricing. Like you're in pretty high demand, and you sell out, and so I don't know, maybe your pricing could be, you should raise your price instead of lowering your price for bulk.
Think
Take
about hand
advantage.
sanitizer a year ago. It was like $70 a bottle. Yeah.
We're just trying to enter a new market with this bulk type of sale.
Yep.
But you're one of few who are in that market in our space, and you're tapping into such a large industry. Take advantage of the demand and review what your pricing structure and potential growth would be. You projected 5 years from now that 50% getting to the 2.5 million. I think you could get there a lot sooner if you review your business strategy and your cost structure.
But overall, it's like you should be, high five. It's just amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Great
thank you.
product. Thank you.
All right. Who is
Next is Damien, Freedom Elevated.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
I don't think we can't see you. Oh, there we can. There we can.
What's up? Hey, by the way, Damien, where'd you learn to pitch like that, by the way?
I'm a recent graduate of Spring GR, so the staff and the team there helped me really put everything together as well as like the resources to really help build the business within this time period.
Yeah, solid. I loved it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I think for you, it's also just another like, wow, this seems to be going really great. And who knew? It's something that's totally off of my radar. But obviously something that there's huge demand for, and you sort of seem to have found this opportunity that everyone else is overlooking. It's great.
Yeah, I love how you found something with a huge demand that's pretty classic and brought innovation to it. And I think the product, the marketing, the portability of it, I think it's bananas. I think it's a really, really, really good job, bro. Really good pitch, solid business.
Yeah. And as somebody who's, I've lived in Michigan for a while, and so I've shot a few guns, and it usually does not feel like I'm walking into let's just say, let's say it sort of feels like I'm hanging out with the Michigan militia a lot of the times when I'm shooting guns. So I love that you are completely flipping that.
I think
absolutely.
No, and I think obviously, like everybody said, it's a timely business. It's a really, like you said, you face some challenges. I mean, the marketing, I hadn't even thought about the fact that marketing wise, you really, social media is not going to be your friend really. So you've got to figure out other ways to be able to get the word out. So I think great job tackling a business and something that's truly necessary right now. So yeah, and great pitch.
Great job.
Yeah. And for anybody watching, normally we give feedback of like, here's something you could really work on, but like this is the class that you should be watching on. Like this is how you get up and you pitch. Like watch these videos again. But yeah, Damien, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And we've got Felicia.
This is really usually like somebody really screwed up something.
Nope. No. So,
Felicia, hey, wow, great to see you again.
See you too.
Great product. I think a lot of products are great when the owner is solving a problem or the founder is starting a problem. You clearly have identified a unique problem, and you took your skill set and innovation and entrepreneurship and went about solving it. It's just phenomenal. You're phenomenal as an entrepreneur. It's just great to see where your curls grow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, great job. You did your homework. You truly look at where your current situation, your challenges, and how you're going to solve it. So good job on pitching tonight.
Yeah. And doubling your growth. I mean, like when we first met, it's like, okay, it's a piece of cloth. goes on the head. Like, obviously, a lot of people need this thing.
You are wrong, Paul.
I'm sorry. Like, obviously.
That was his reaction, pretty much.
But even I remember that very first night, my eyebrows went up when she's like, and I have 2,000 followers on Facebook in the first month, and I was like, hold up, what's happening right now?
Right.
Yeah, and you're doubling your revenue every year, and like on track to maybe do it again this year, and hopefully.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you kind of innovated your product, and now based on feedback, based on your own use of the product, and now you're going to patent it. So I think that's an awesome move.
Yeah, the patent was always your weakest thing. So to see that you've actually navigated that problem, that's so great.
Yep, and good job too. Kind of outlining what the money can do for you. So,
thank you. Yeah, a lot of steps to get there.
Yeah,
yep.
You're doing great, Felicia.
Yep, awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is so weird. We don't have anything negative to say.
I know.
We're just loving on everyone tonight. That's good.
Where's Brian? Oh, here we go.
Hi, Brian.
Brian.
What's up, Brian? Wow. yeah. So, way to go.
Great job tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Very proud of your success where you've been, taking your brand and taking your personal story and providing a solution for others who may be facing the same, health issues or finding alternative to eat healthier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited of your expansion. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I mean, I think it's so obvious that you guys have such a strategy. You're going to create a food brand. You are creating a food brand. You've got multiple products. I'm sure you guys are spinning, what the next product line is going to be after you get all the different flavors of edamame. And, to watch you guys and know, that, at one point you guys were delivering, maybe you still are, delivering your product out of the back of your trunk for all the stores. I mean, you guys are really, you hustle, but you know what you're doing. I mean, you absolutely know what you're doing. And it's really, it's just it's great to watch. Very impressive, extremely impressive.
And I can tell you that when you have sent some of those edamame beans to the youngsters, and I tried them, and they're delicious. So it's definitely a great snack.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It always comes down to what Jorge likes.
Jorge eating healthy. You're doing something.
I'm eating healthy, okay?
Goes great with beer.
Yeah, it does.
Don't tell him that.
I'll drink to that.
Preferably New Holland beer, our sponsor at Star Garden. Yeah, Katie, I don't know if you were talking when we were in the deliberation room about Meijer and all the sorts of things you guys are doing with entrepreneurs and getting them into stores. I didn't know if you wanted to share some of that.
So we still got to do Garden Geeks, and then she was going to talk to all 5 of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
I could definitely share, but Brian, you're connecting with great retailers, and you know who your clienteles are and where you need to reach, and impressive that you're at 1,000 stores already. So you're doing great, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, keep going. Congratulations. It's great to see you.
Yeah.
All right, Lori, we might be getting some sound distortion from your end. I'm not sure if it's you or not. Oh, yeah.
I'll mute myself then.
That's okay. I mean, say something, but you were kind of cutting in and out a little bit. So we have Chris from Garden Geeks. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
It's awesome to see the progress that you guys are making.
Yeah, it's fun. We're plugging away for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, I think there's just a lot of thought and interest in like how do you get to keeping a consistent
inventory that you're supplying and being able to grow.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's one of the great things about the way we harvest is we can plan that out. You know, keeping the inventory is more like on the seed side, but for us, just planning out what the needs are for these people and actually meeting those needs every time. I mean, if you're talking about like the quality and the yield and stuff, I mean, once we seal off that room and we control it, we'll be looking really good. And that really helped us when we moved into that new facility, having like I say a walk-in cooler. Before we were putting them in refrigerators, and it's like, and we got to the point where we were like getting up at 2 a.m. to harvest just to have an on-demand harvest because we didn't have a walk-in cooler. So these are all things that have put us in position. It's just the weather change is the thing that really, really hit us hard right there for the grow room space at this point.
Yeah. Well, you know your product, and you're doing great work at our Bridge Street. Hopefully, there's some opportunity to expand. Especially, you know, you're growing right now. Distribution is a very big key, and you are truly a geek in what you do. So I was very impressed with your presentation. So great job today.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just awesome to see how far you've come in a pretty short time.
Yeah, and I think you will find some fun things in the future here at Bridge Street. We're gonna do some like melon micros that taste like cantaloupe and like lemon basil and stuff. Once we control that climate area and we can get it, it's like unique things. They're super exciting. They keep pressing me. Do you have it yet? And I'm like, no, I'll get there. We just got to control what we have going first, and then we'll get
absolutely.
Yeah,
and your mung bean, definitely there's some demand in different demographic, right? There's you know, in the Asian community, definitely mung bean is one of a staple that we use in various form of cooking. Just branching off in different solutions to bring to the demographic of Michigan, not only Michigan, right? You could reach other demographic in other states, but
definitely. Yeah, it's amazing. I love the mung bean myself. Actually, now I'm addicted to it too.
Awesome. Well,
thank you.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Yeah. So yeah, Bridge Street. By the way, for anybody that's not catching the reference to Bridge Street, is the Bridge Street Market is a store that Meijer owns that a lot of local entrepreneurs are able to get into and test out their products.
Yeah, it's a great concept. I was at our Woodward store last week in Detroit. So we're reaching various market. We have one in Lansing and at Bridge Street. This is a great entry way for a lot of entrepreneurs to really tackle if their product will work in the marketplace or not. So I would recommend folks who are on the line, if they're interested in pitching their products, that's an easier route for us to help you get in front of the store director. Much easier to pitch your ideas and concept. Going to the superstore is a different pathway there, right? But again, I don't know if I mentioned that I'm the supplier diversity manager at Meijer now. I spent the last 10 years of my career supporting diverse-owned businesses, getting them into various manufacturing partners, but now I'm in a retail space. And let me tell you, there's a lot of focus. Just last year alone, 100 different companies implement a supplier diversity program to support local and diverse-owned businesses. So keep up with the work that you're doing. There are resources available. I heard earlier, you know, Spring GR is a great partner. We're looking at various partners in the communities. How do we go and uplift our local communities where we serve? We shared a little bit some of the great work that Meijer and Start Garden is going to be doing this coming fall. So keep alert. It will touch in our merchandise space as well as our fresh space. We have over 300 stores across 6 states. And not only that, we have Fresh Time, which is our other brand outside of our marketplace. So there's a lot of opportunities. So if that's what you wanted me to share, Paul, there it is. Is there anything else that you want me to share?
Yeah, well, and I think even I think that there's probably a lot of programs that I don't know if people get in touch with you, but I think that you do probably a lot more behind the scenes in helping entrepreneurs get in than people would expect.
Yes, I mean, that's my job, to identify and qualify you. And if we know that your product is retail ready, our team is ready to meet with you. And if we identify there's some gaps, my team is building out a supplier development process to support you, finding ways that we could navigate the process, because it's daunting, right? If you've never done retail before, I myself had to learn. I was from a manufacturer, office furniture, understanding the manufacturing process, but in the retail space, there is a lot of different ways or different challenges and different expectations that we have of our suppliers. But, like Paul said, our marketplace stores are much easier to have access and have that conversation with.
And I bet we could have this conversation all night about the great things you're doing and how Paul is intrigued about it. But you two literally are the only thing in between $25,000 and an entrepreneur going on.
I know. I was waiting for you to jump in.
So on behalf of
I was taunting you. All right.
So Lori, I think you should unmute yourself and probably kick this off. I mean, we wanted to say something about the entrepreneur who did win and some of the traits that we found or that we based it on. So
right. So hopefully my connection is okay. But I think, again, this was like a really, really hard decision for us. Sometimes it's not so hard. Sometimes there's a standout, and tonight all of you stood out, and because we know how hard you've all worked, it was equally difficult. But obviously, we had to come to a conclusion, and just based on what you all said when you pitched, I think that the person who won. We felt that the $25,000 would have the most immediate impact to catapult their business in a way that obviously everybody could use the money, but it was just the way it was presented. It's the way the impact felt, and so that was really our rationale in looking at everybody's pitches and the way everybody's business is. So.
Paul's like, hurry up.
I'm just explaining as I was out.
I know.
There you go. I was trying to draw it out a little bit more. So here we go. Paul, are you announcing?
It's Felicia Rodriguez.
Where are your girls?
Felicia.
Oh! If I tell you guys the dream I had last night, I missed the pitch competition. I didn't think I was going to win. Oh my God, I was so intimidated. Everyone, they did so good. And before tonight, I already knew. Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, and I just like, yes, and yeah, they did really good. All four of you. It kind of hurts to announce the winner because, yeah, everybody was amazing.
Oh my God, I think, I don't know, everyone, like my mom's who's probably going to text me now, I've been so nervous with this one, and I've done a couple, and I couldn't figure out. I'm like, this one is killing me, and I think it was knowing, everyone else that I was up against, and then the dream that I had Saturday night didn't help. Where I missed it, and I got the wrong email, and I'm like, why am I having nightmares about this? Oh my God!
Congratulations!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I wrote down a lot of things. KB, I'm going to be probably getting your email because I have a lot that I need to ask you.
It's just KB.Lennon@Meijer.com. Everyone, just reach out to me. I try to respond to everyone or give some type of guidance. I love the space that I'm in right now in the retail, and I know, like I said, there's a lot of you out there right now that probably have questions, and I'm happy to support any way that I can. So congratulations, Felicia. Hopefully we could get you in the Meijer store and change that Target logo to a Meijer.
I'm regretting having changed it to begin with, but thank you so much to all of you. I thank you. I don't know what else to say except for thank you so much. This is.
Well, it could be that Target logo really just made KB angry enough.
She's not going on their shelf; they're going on our shelf.
That is the goal, and George can tell you. I even recently had a conversation with him about everything I was trying to do to get in there earlier, and just trying to do all of my research to get everything before I even presented it. Like, hey, I'm ready. Take this shipment of curl cases and just put them in there. So this is going to help me do exactly that. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Awesome to see you progress, Felicia. You are loved and supported.
Yep.
Thank you. I love you guys so much. I'm obsessed with Start Garden. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We'll see you. I guess around the office. We probably have
Yes, we will, yeah.
When's the next event? Does anybody know?
100 ideas.
Oh.
Well, no, we have a 5x5 August 31st.
Yes. Okay, we got it coming up August 31st, another 5x5. And submit your idea to the 100 right now, 100.startgarden.com.
Right.
By the way, Felicia, you were there.
Yes.
Yeah. You got your start there. It's a great place to start. A lot of people that you saw tonight, a lot of people that are making amazing businesses in the area got started at 100 Ideas. Submit the idea at 100.startgarden.com. And keep in mind, you're just sharing the idea. This is not like the pitch that you saw tonight. These were professionals. You get to be, you can wear your pajamas and just be like, look, I really think this is going to be a big thing. Like, just help me out, Start Garden. We're totally fine with that. We'll never share the video. So submit it now.
Do it. Do it, truly. I had to get pushed into doing just the 5x5 with no experience. My first experience pitching was March of 2019 at the 5x5, and here I am. So just do it.
It's awesome.
Testimonial.
And thank you to everybody who pitched tonight. God, you guys, it's so great to see you. And I really wish we could have given you all big, fat checks.
Special thanks to KB for agreeing to be our judge at the last minute.
And Meyer for sponsoring it.
No problem.
Yeah,
I love this. I love this. I miss you guys. This is great. You guys are great partners.
Yeah.
You too.
Thank you. All right, we'll see you.
Whole
next
team.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.